Hey guys, Liz here, aka Isabelle Cheren. I'm on holiday at the moment. I am coming to you live, and I mean live, no not really, from my La Rotunda de sofa, based in my beautiful Los Lounges. Oh, do you know what? I saw a meme come through to me on Facebook, and it is hilarious. And you know what? I decided that each day in my real life, I'm going to do an update on where my holiday destination is, because I'm actually on holiday at the moment. I was on holiday from last week, and I'm on holiday till the 14th of April. But that's quite funny because I work from home anyhow. And I can't go out, and I can't go on holiday. I was hoping to go to France actually, but forget that idea. So I'll tell you what the meme says, because it's basically, where is your next travel destination? Okay, Las Kitchenas, Los Lounges, Santa Bedrooms, Porto Gardenas, Los Bed, Costa del Balconia, Saint Bathroom, La Rotunda de Sofa. And some of you might be thinking, well, most English people tend to go to holiday destinations, Los, that kind of thing, because they're nearby sunny destinations for us, and all the Spanish islands and Greek islands, etc. But obviously we can't go there because we're isolated, and they don't need us there because they're really going through some hell at the moment. So in the good humour that I'm trying to find right now, because some days I'm starting to lose my good humour, and I think that's understandable for everybody, because there's the reality, and the reality is that a lot of people are dying, and we don't know. We really don't know. And, you know, we here in the UK are just at the start of it, but places like Italy and Spain and China have been through quite a lot of it, and I know America is really going to go through some of it, because there's a lot of people infected over there. And yeah, it just feels surreal, and sometimes I have to remind myself that I need to find the humor in it, because that's how I get through difficult times. Some people don't understand humor, and they like to go with the difficult times, and that's true. There are some people that want to, you know, that's their coping mechanism. I can't knock them for that wants to sit there and wallow in it. I certainly don't want to wallow in it, because my life won't be worth living then, and I want to make my life worth living. I want to have laughter and humour, and know that at some stage this is going to be like a bad dream, a very bad dream. But I like to look forward that you know, at some stage we will have some semblance of normality. And I don't think we will ever have normal again. I think you're burying your head in the sand if you think that you're going to suddenly go back to exactly the way you were before. We will have a normal, but I don't think we will practice normal as we're used to practicing it. And I know for many of the people I know, and I've encountered on the way out there, not outside, but you know, on the internet, that people are already reconsidering the way that they're going to live their lives. They're already changing their way they live their lives. And I don't mean because of the enforced lockdown, that kind of thing, but it's about what's important. And, you know, basically what's important is our family and those that we are close to. It's our freedom. And I think that's the most important thing in life, is our good health, family, friends and freedom. And we've lost sight of that with all the stupid things that we expect as a normal. I mean, you know, normal going out for dinner on a Friday night to a restaurant, wasting a hell of a lot of money on food, when actually you could cook that food yourself and you know, do things differently. So I think that our normal in the future is not going to be normal. And by the way, if you're wondering where I am, I'm actually this is my other Linden home, because this is my platform that I have in the sky where I do a lot of filming. So I reside in two places. Well, Harriet resides at my Linden lab home, and I reside here. And yeah, my characters, whoever I am, they reside in different places. I swear I'm having a breakdown. But I find this is my idyllic place because it's an escape and it's in the sky, and I've made it into my little place of tranquility. And a few people can come here. Everybody I've added to my actual list can come here. So yeah, it's a great place to be, and I just like to come up here and chill out. And sometimes I just sit here or I walk around my garden. I do my little exercises and stuff in here, which is kind of fun. But yeah, normality, I don't think normality is going to happen anytime soon, or the normal that we've got used to. And to me, see, for me, I work from home already, so I can cope with working from home. And in actual fact, I prefer working from home. For a lot of people, it's been pushed upon them, and they're not used to that kind of isolation or having to concentrate when you've got family around you, or, things. Because it's strange. We humans, we like to have a routine. And so our home is our place where we can just relax, and our workplace we're a bit more sort of, regimented, I guess. And some people are very used to that, and for them this is difficult. I know my housemate, she struggles with this. I mean, she is really struggling, and we've had some moments where she's got very upset about the whole being 24/7, home and work, and she's finding it hard to work. And I totally relate to that. And I think any manager out there, or any boss of any company, you have to consider the fact that there are some people that are meant to work at home that function really well, but there are other people that struggle with it. And so you have to see them through this wave so that they can adapt to it, because it's too much to expect them to suddenly jump into it and embrace it, because it's hard. And especially where they've got children running around, that kind of thing. And especially where people are living on their own. There are many people living on their own. I mean, until my flatmate moved in, I would have been isolated on my own. I can't imagine that, actually. It scares me to imagine that, because with this lockdown, we are not to mix with other people. So we can't go and be, my children can't come and see me. I haven't seen them a number of weeks now. I can't see my grandson. I can't see my friends that I regularly see and have a cup of tea with and catch up. I just can't see them. And it's really, really hard. I did say to them, if you really want to see me, when I do my once a day walk, or to, go to the shop to get some supplies, meet me in the queue, social distance from me, and we can chat on the way in the store. That's the only way I can think of doing it. Other than that, we are using technology, which is a wonderful thing, and video calling, FaceTime, what's it? There's that new app. Everybody's using it, but please make sure you're dressed when you're using it, because I've been seeing so many people who are on all these apps and having social conferences and not getting dressed because they think it's only voice. House party, that's become quite popular amongst everybody. But there's Skype, there's Skype, there's WhatsApp. Oh my God, there's so many different ones. But actually, another one for business is Slack. Slack's a really good one, and I use that with a couple of people. So that's a really good one. But there are so many ways that you can communicate with your family, and you can see them real time. And that's the great thing that we're very lucky for right now, is that we can do that. We are not, it's us staying indoors is a difficult thing. And, we're worried about economy and business and all that. But we're a creature of socializing on the whole. And you know what? We're very lucky to have this kind of technology. Embrace it. You can keep in touch with everybody and see what they're doing. What my worry is if any of the internet suffers as a result or anything like that. I think that would be terrible. And I hope that doesn't happen. But, all businesses are running on very empty, trying to sort of curb this at the moment. And so it is a fact. I don't know how long we're going to be like this. I have no idea. But welcome to my virtual home. I was planning to this week go for a walk, but I'm waiting because this week coming up, this last week I was going to do it. I was going to go for a walk around my lake and take you on a little tour. But I'm going to do it this week because we're going to have some gorgeous weather. So I thought, you know what? I'll go for a walk and I'll show you where I live because it is absolutely beautiful. And I'm lucky. And there are people like me who are lucky because our surroundings are beautiful. So when we get our day of, your daily exercise that you're allowed to do in inverted commas, we've got somewhere beautiful to walk. Now you've got to spare a thought for those people that don't have this. I can't imagine how frustrating and how horrible a living situation is for people that live in inner city. They have no nearby parks. It's very busy. In apartment buildings, that must be so hard. And consider yourself lucky if you've got spaces. There are other people worse off than you, and I can't imagine how they're coping. I also can't imagine the people that are domestic violence homes, child abuse homes. They're worrying to me because the escape has always been to go to, someone goes to work or they go to school. Now they're stuck 24/7 within the same walls, and it is worrying. But I have noticed a friend who does Uber rides says that the consumption of alcohol in London has gone up exponentially. Because apparently Uber, I think it's Uber and Just Eat and all that, they're delivering bottles of alcohol on their rounds as well as foods. And I'm like, you know what, people, you need to cut back on that stuff. It's not going to do you any good. You don't want to come out of this with an alcoholic problem. No, you don't. I mean, I've got bottles of gin here and stuff. I'm not going to do it because, I just think, well, it's not a reason. In an actual fact, what I have been doing is I've been practicing pretending to myself that actually our time is worse, and I've been teaching myself to eat minimalistically, not to expect all the things that we're used to, and making sure that I learn and adapt to that. And I think everyone really needs to just learn and adapt to living in a very sparse way. I have noticed that sales have gone up on Amazon and that. People, calm it down a bit. You don't need all those clothes. You don't need that stuff. You're not going out and you're not going away. And I know things are on sale at the moment on the stores. And even I've done my bit to try and help by buying things. But I've only bought things to hang around home with and go walking. There's no need to buy yourself those flashy heels or that great jewelry or whatever, because you know what? I think it's a good time for you to consider saving some money and sort of, if you do need to invest in anything, need to invest in the things that make you more self-sufficient. Because I think that's something we should consider, becoming more self-sufficient and where you can. Did you know I went on Amazon and Argos? Argos is like a online store and a real store here in the UK. And you can buy hydroponic tent planting areas. Now I've looked at that because you can for inside, so not necessarily for outside. So if you've got a balcony, although I have a balcony, so we could do planting on the outside. But I've actually considered it, and I think I'm going to order it this week and keep it in the corner of my living room, because you can hydroponic plants and you can grow your own vegetation if you really want to. Start thinking about things like that, because I think now's the time to, how everyone's been talking about changing the planet and making it better. Why not do it now? We've got all the time in the world right now, so let's just do it. Let's just start changing the way we live. And but you know what, and don't take the risk to go out and see people. Just don't take the risk. There's other ways to do it. And if you need a hug, virtual worlds. I hug my friends and stuff, and I have a cry. I won't lie and say it's all happy-go-lucky, because I do have a cry. I miss my children terribly, and I miss my grandson. It's very difficult, but I'm doing the right thing by not seeing them. They're not seeing me because they're worried about me. I'm not seeing them because I actually worry about them. They've got more life to go than me. Not that I'm that old. But my grandson specifically, because I don't know, it's been years since I've spoken about him. But when he was 2 months old, he was rushed into the Royal Brompton Hospital in London, and he had open heart surgery. they discovered that he had quite a lot of small holes on his heart, but he also had a coarctation of the aorta, which is something that potentially could come back. So he has regular checks, and it's him that I worry about, because as a consequence of all of that, he does have some breathing difficulties now and then, and he has a pump, and he has a regular cough. So, and apart from that, he's jolly good. I tell you, he's jolly good. I'm going to share a picture of him or a video at the very end of this video, and then you'll get to see him. But he's jolly good, and I love him to bits, and it's him. I don't want to go near my daughter so that he doesn't get anything, and that's my real concern. So, you know, it's not yourself you have to think about, it's the people that they come in contact with. And you know, it's like a dominoes, you know, that one domino you touch, it just goes out there. So do what the government says, because you've got no other choice, actually. We really have no other choice, because we don't know. None of us are expert, and even the government are struggling. You know, all governments are struggling to, you know, find something for this, but it's the way it is. But yeah, we can still go on being people, and we can still go on laughing, and we can still go on smiling. We just have to do it in different ways and love each other and stop being mean. I still see people being mean. Why? Now's the time to come together. It really is. Anyhow, I hope you've enjoyed my home while I've been blathering on. I just wanted to do this because it makes me feel better to talk about stuff, and I know other people are also struggling that I talk to from my YouTube channel. They are also struggling, and you know, it's just to say we're all in this together. I know that saying might drive a few people crazy because it's a saying that's going on, but it's true. Across the world, we are all in this together, and we've got no choice. We have to stick together. We're not America, we're not China, we're not Australia, we're not Europe, we're not, you know, wherever you are in the world, we're not separate people. We are human beings, and we are one species, and we have to remember that we have to look out for each other so that we can all survive. Anyhow, I'm going to go now. That sounded quite bad at the end of that. I don't mean like survive and like, oh, the end of the world, but what I mean is that we think of each other and remember that, you know, we're all brothers and sisters of each other. I like that. Do you know what? I'm just going to say this one thing before I go. When I joined union work and stuff like that, whenever we have meetings, we refer to each other as brother and sister. So it'll be brother and sister. And I used to giggle. I used to giggle when I went into union meetings about that, because I used to think, oh, he's not my brother, but oh. And you know, they come up and call me sister. Hello, how are you? And I'm like, actually, I did used to laugh like that. It's not. I actually learned that actually it's camaraderie, calling each other brother and sister, and it's about camaraderie and caring and all those things, and I think that's a great way to be. Anyhow, I'm going to go, and I hope you all have a really good week, whatever you're doing in this self-isolation thing. It's not even self-isolation, it's imposed isolation as well, and social distancing. But you know what, we can do it, and I have seen people doing it, and you know, I go out to the shops and people are distancing and doing the right thing, and I think that's the way to be. Anyhow, have a great week, and there'll be more coming up this week, because there always is with me, because like, you know what I'm like, and I will see you soon. Bye bye. Action.
This video is about anything. You can see whatever one. You can tell about volcanoes and rocks, how dinosaurs did. Well, you don't know. Oh, they're sticking in the bowl. We just saw the 0 one, didn't we? So we saw 1. Did you know the 1?
Okay.
It was a flood. This is the other one.
Fantastic. What do we have here?
This storm. Oh. This is the mountains that people used to build. this storm is the rat and the storm. It killed and crushed their home.
Oh.
But these bits were okay. But the flood went in through this hole. The flood broke the hole.
That's lovely. Right. Say bye to all your viewers.
And then there's another one there.
Hello. Nice. Say bye to your viewers. Peace out.
Yeah.